きます。撮ります。OK。
撮ります。終わらない。
みんな下がった方がよかった。高くて。
見えない。下がってください。大変。あ、今日は足腰。
This is the station bell. The station bell is a symbol of Matsusaka. Let me tell you the reason why the station bell is a symbol of Matsusaka. About 300 years ago, there was a famous scholar named Motori Norinaga who lived in Matsusaka. He was a very famous scholar of ancient Japanese literature and also known as a bell collector, as he loved bells very much. That station bell is a part of his collections. When he was tired from studying, he refreshed himself by listening to the sound of bells. He named his house the Bell House. You can find the motif of this station bell in several places around here. Why don't you try to find them? Matsusaka grew as a merchant city, and it is also famous as an old castle town. And another thing that makes Matsusaka very famous all through Japan is beef. That is Matsusaka beef.
This temple is Okadera Sankei-shoji, and we call it Okadera Sanko-sho. It was built in a different place in the 8th century. This temple is a very famous sacred ground in Japan for warding off bad luck. Japanese people believe there are bad luck ages in our lives, human lives. For example, 1933-60 for women and 25-42-60 for men. So that people who are these ages come to this temple. Japanese people believe there are bad luck ages. For example, 1933-60 for women and 25-42-60 for men. And there is a famous festival called Hatsuma Festival held here in March. So that on the festival, people who are these ages come to pray to get rid of bad luck. First, please take a ladle and scoop some water. Okay, and wash your left hand first. And next, hold the ladle with your left hand, wash your right hand. And again, hold the ladle with your right hand and pour some water and rinse your face. Mouth. And wash your right hand again and wash the ladle.
My weak points? My temper. I have a bad temper.
In that case, where should we?
Wow. to my heart. I think my heart.
This is the birthplace of the world-renowned Mitsui family, who was the founder of one of the largest companies in Japanese history. Takatoshi Mitsui had studied in Edo, that is Tokyo, since he was 14 years old, and in 1673, when he was 52 years old, Takatoshi opened a cotton store in Edo, which had tremendous success. Takatoshi was a very skilled salesman. He decided to put an end to old business practices and started very modern sales technique. First, he sold goods at a storefront instead of walking around selling merchandise. Second, no extra fees for cash transactions were taken at storefront. Third, Takatoshi allowed to cut clothes and sell each piece separately. Fourth, he used an advertisement. He published an advertisement in local newspapers and placed umbrellas in front of his shop with the store's name Ichigoya. These are his 4 modern sales techniques. Mitsui, Ozu, and Hasegawa are the most wealthy and famous merchants in Matsusaka. They are very important in the history of Matsusaka. The reason for that is their big success in Edo led Matsusaka to the development of today.
We are at the Matsusaka Merchant Estate. This estate is the former residence of Ozu Seizaimon. This is called Inuyarai, which is made of bamboo. Its main purpose is to protect the house from dog pee. I think this Inuyarai is an exterior decoration as well. Can you see the small roof on top of the main roof? This is called Udatsu, and its main purpose is to protect the house from the spread of fires. The house was built between the end of 17th century and the beginning of the 18th century, and it is now over 300 years old.
Ozu family was one of the 3 most wealthy and famous merchants in Matsusaka. Actually, Mitsui is a special wealthy merchant, so don't count it to the 3 most wealthy merchants. Another 2 are Nagai and Hasegawa. The Ozu family descends from Miyoshi Hayatonosuke Nagatoshi, subject to the Kitsukuri family. The 3rd generation son Nagahiro founded the Ozu Corporation with the opening of a paper store in Odenmacho in Edo in 1653, which is now present-day Nihonbashi in Tokyo. The front storehouse was built in the early 18th century. Buried underneath it was a box called Manryōbako, which contained the family's fortunes in the form of koban, gold oval coins. 1 ryo is approximately 100,000 yen, which is about 1,000 US dollars. The Manryōbako held 10,000 ryo, 1,000 US dollars times 10,000 equals 10 million US dollars.
This is Hasegawa Estate. The Hasegawa family is another representative of the great merchants of Matsusaka. You can also see Udatsu on the roof of Hasegawa Estate. The 3rd generation son, Jirobe Masayuki, founded the Hasegawa Corporation when he opened a cotton wholesale store in Edo, now Tokyo, in 1675. The main building was built about 330 years ago, at the end of 17th century. It has 5 storage houses with a magnificent pond view garden in the back. In 2014, 24 oval gold and silver coins of varying sizes, which are called koban, were discovered in the corner of the warehouse. It is said that these coins are from the collection of 11th head of the Hasegawa family, who collected coins as a hobby.
はい、これです。
Long ago, families got together when they eat meals and they used such low dining tables. This is an old-style kitchen called okudo-san. Even you can see now such old-styled kitchen. Now we are in front of three class, which means warehouses. There are 5 warehouses. This is called Taisho Zashiki. Actually, this was built in the 3rd year of Taisho in 1914. And since our cousin of Showa emperors married into Hasegawa family, royal family have stayed here.
Welcome to Matsuga Castle. We are vassal of Gamo Fujisato, who was first lord of Matsuga Castle. Matsuga Castle was built by Gamo Fujisato in 1588. There are 2 important items within this castle. One of them is these spectacular stone walls. The center parts of these stone walls were built with natural and processed stone in good balance. This is called nozurazumi. In the corner of walls, the stones were restoring during a period which consists of overlapping processed stones. Can you see? Short and long stones were built in turn. This style is called sankizumi. Stone walls of Matsuga Castle consist of nozurazumi and sankizumi. And Matsuga Castle was classified as one of 100 greatest castles of Japan without any building in 2006. This is ruin of center of Matsuga Castle. As I show you drawing of center of Matsuga Castle, Matsuga Castle also had its own magnificent 3-story keep in its center. But unfortunately, it was destroyed by a huge typhoon in 1644, and after that, it was never rebuilt. This is best viewpoint of Gojoban Yashiki. Those houses were built in 1863 as homes for the last samurai of Matsuga Castle and have been designated as important cultural site. This samurai house is open to the public. Please enter to this house without any charge. And this house consists of 2 8-tatami rooms and 2 6-tatami rooms. And finally, they made the pledge shield with blood as proof of confession to keep this house and guard the castle.